Welcome to What's Up With That, a podcast too. The podcast where we explore the intriguing intersections of theology, politics, religion, and just what's going on in the church. From deep theological discussions to the latest political debates, we dive into a variety of topics that spark curiosity and challenge conventional thinking. Whether you're a seasoned believer or just got curious, our conversations aim to inspire reflection and provoke thought. Join us as we seek to understand the complexities of faith in today's world and ask, what's up with that? Our guest for today is none other than Dr. Melva K. Wallace, the 7th president of Huston-Tillotson University, the oldest institution of higher learning in the city of Austin, Texas, and it happens to be a proud historically black university. Won't you welcome us? Should I say before we start here, if you like this episode, please like, share, and subscribe. If you like the podcast as well as the episode, we ask that you like, share, and subscribe. And now, let's get started. How you doing, Dr. Wallace?
I'm doing fantastic.
It is a joy to have you back. I want one more hook before you sit down here.
I'll take two more if you give them out like that.
And you've been here, so you know where your seat is,
I
right?
know, yes.
All right.
This is home base.
Is that home base?
Yes.
Got your name on it.
I take it.
Got your name on it. How you been?
I've been great.
Good.
Yes, I've been fantastic. Blessed, highly favored, energized, and enthused.
All of those good things. Okay, fantastic. It's been a minute since you've been with us.
I know, some months.
It's been some months.
Yes.
And in that time, when you were here,
yes,
you were talking about all these great things that were going to be happening and what you would like to see, and we did a lot of talking about you, though.
We did, yeah.
But and probably more talking about you than anything else. But we did talk about the university a little bit. But since that time, you left here, and I said, some great things have happened, right? And some folks would say, oh, well, I enjoyed your podcast with Dr. Wallace and all this good stuff, but nah, you left here and it just got gooder and gooder and gooder. I mean, you need talk to me. It's something about something numbers, numerical, dollars. What's up with that? What's going on?
What's up with that?
Let
Let me see. I'll sum it up as exceedingly abundantly above all I could ask or think. Okay.
All right.
Above all I could ever ask or think, and yeah, the price just went up.
Say, whose price?
Whose price? The price went up.
Okay.
We have been blessed. $150 million donation from our friends at the Moody Foundation.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
I mean, is this something that's been a long time in the making? Is this something that
You're like, what's up with that?
You kind of put something out there and say maybe we'll get something. I mean, how did all of this come? I mean, we understand the Moody Foundation, so that meant that it had to be an application process. But how did HT and how did you get selected?
Well, okay, so I tell people all the time that one, it's nothing but the Lord, okay? Favor. The second piece is that if you've ever been on campus, and this is for our viewers, I know you've been on, you know more about you know where all the breaker boxes are on campus.
Wow.
Okay, so on campus, there is the Jackson Moody building.
Okay.
The Moody Foundation, the Moody family, they've been a part of the HT community before even you or I had been there, right? That building, the Jackson Moody building. And in the 60s, the Moody's partnered with HT, and that is where that Jackson Moody
comes from.
Name. Yeah.
Okay, I learned something.
Yeah, so that they are the only living eponyms. Now that means the only living people with a building with a name on it, right?
Okay.
They're the only living eponyms that we have on our campus. So everyone else, you think about Alan Frazier and Dickie Lawless and all of these, all of the names that you're familiar with, Alan Frazier and the Agard Lovingood, all those people gone to glory.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
And so Jackson is, and all of our names on our buildings are hyphenated, from the merger. And so the Jackson is from one place, but the Moody is from the Moody family.
Okay.
In the 1960s. So anybody tell you anything different? This partnership happened and this collaboration happened way, way, way before. So they were familiar with Huston-Tillotson University. Okay. They were familiar. And fast forward to this century, and Ross Moody, who is one of the custodians and trustees of the Moody Foundation, is three family members who, who are the trustees. And he and his daughter, Ellie, are here in Austin. Okay. They are here. They live in Austin. They live here. And Ross tells me, he says, I was driving by, and I had been driving by Huston-Tillotson. And I said, I need to keep up, and I need to figure out what are they doing. I need to know what's going on. Okay. And I need to get updated on HT. And, the Bible tells us in Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision and make it plain. And so I am thankful that when they call to say, we want to know what's going on at the institution, that we had a plan.
I didn't have to think about it. Say, let me call you back in a day or two. Yeah. Let's talk. What do you want to know?
We had a plan. And that's the encouragement, because you put the works to, you start putting your plans in place, and then people, when someone says, how can I support you? You have something. You're not just, like you said, fumbling and bumbling and saying, well, what do we need? We were able to communicate, to share succinctly, clearly. It had been vetted. Our faculty, community members, so many people were on that. You probably remember that committee.
The
strategic planning committee. Okay. You were part of those discussions. Students, so many people contributed. There is not one fingerprint on that strategic plan. There are multiple fingerprints on that strategic plan, and our board voted on it. So we had something to share with the Moody team to say, this is where we want to go for the next 10 years.
So can I say, and however it sounds, so it wasn't something that just looked good on paper. Yeah. Because often that's right. Folk will do strategic plans, and they're not real. It's something that it's an organizational, and we know that we need one. Let's fill in some gaps. It helps when we have to give in a report sacks, right? Sometimes we do these.
Got to turn it in to get past
it, and we start working on it. The year that it's
people
due,
on the way.
But what you're saying is that it wasn't something that we had to
respond to
throw together. It's something that was well planned, that was documented, and that when you look at it, you can see something that was viable and realistic.
Absolutely, and something that we had done not under duress, or distress. Something that we decided as a university community that this is the way we wanted to go, and this is what we wanted to do. Some of those things outlined in that plan, getting the 1,700 students in 10 years, for enrollment, thinking through retention strategies and recruitment strategies and workforce partnerships and internships for students. Those were things that more scholarship opportunities for students. And in addition to that, knowing that our campus infrastructure was not big enough or current enough that we would be able to facilitate or to properly expand the way we needed to. As you know, we have students living at St. Edward's University. I mean, at another university, because we just don't have the space.
Right.
We're just out of space. And so knowing that we need to build student apartments and we need a student union, I mean, we have a list of things that we want to do, that we need to do.
Right.
And so we had a plan that outlined that, and they were impressed. They were very, very, very impressed.
That's awesome. And I'm going to say, I'm talking to a latent preacher over here.
Y'all,
talking to a latent preacher over here, okay?
Oh my God.
Sort of, some would say ironic. Some would say miracles happen. To have, in other words, what I've heard is that this comes from a long-standing relationship.
Absolutely.
So it was more.
Yes.
Than just filling out an application.
Absolutely.
For so many foundations, it is, and you go through the process. But it sounds like because of a relationship that was established years ago.
Absolutely.
That you had someone who was a part of that family who now is over some of the monies, has some control.
Right. That's
and at some point, and you said was driving by and said, I need to find out what's happening. I need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
And maybe checking up on their investment.
Yeah, and say,
right?
how are you guys doing? And what's going on? What's new?
Okay, so, and
what's up with that?
Okay, hey, all right.
What's up with that?
And when they found out what was up with that, they said, we want to give. And we want to give so that you can continue.
Yeah.
And that's what I found, that some folk don't always want to give to help you get started, because you may not go very far.
That's right.
But if they see that you've got a good product,
that is so true,
and they understand that, you know what, this can really take off with a little help. It's something here that they're willing to really give.
That's so true.
And so they must have saw a whole lot, because they didn't give a little bit.
Right. Saw a whole lot.
That's a whole lot. Then what did you have in that plan?
Yeah, I know. And they saw a whole lot, and it was just, again, divine timing, because we have been celebrating our sesquicentennial, 150 years. All that we have been doing on our own, maybe not on our own, but with the benevolence of donors, with the benevolence of others, for 150 years. Yeah. We're not a state-funded institution. I mean, we don't get any money from the governor's office. We don't get any money from the state of Texas, like some of, the two public HBCUs. We are out there on our own to keep ourselves up by our bootstraps. Okay. Our students pay their tuition. Our donors give out of the kindness of their hearts. And so that and prayers have sustained us for 150 years. Okay. Yeah.
So, I ain't been around 150 years.
Yes.
I happen to be around for at least 32 of those years. But I think I can pretty much safely say that in the life of the institution, that no other president has brought in 150 million.
No.
As a gift. Now, understanding that's 150 million. 50, I believe it's over a 10-year period.
Over 10 years,
But just that
it's
amount.
It's a single gift. Yeah, it's the largest gift to any HBCU in history.
How do you feel about that?
Very grateful. Just grateful. There's so many great institutions out there. There are phenomenal HBCUs, but I mean, we're the best. We are just the best. And to be validated in that way by people, you can say it. You can say you're the number one HBCU for this and that, and we have great rankings, and we're really proud of that. But to know that when people see it, hear it, receipts to back it up, and then they said, absolutely, we want to invest, and to your point, not just a little bit, but a lot of it. It was gratifying. It was all that I had seen. It's what I had believed that this institution was about. It's what I believed that it's what I saw. If I had 150 million, I'd have said, hey, I think we deserve it, because I know the plans that we have in place, and what it can do for Black and brown students that choose our institutions. I know that we can change the trajectory of communities and families, knowing that if they just can get a degree, if they can get a college degree, if they can go out and continue to serve and be wise, caring leaders, that it would change a generation. It would change the wealth structure of Black families in Central Texas and beyond. So it was validation.
Okay, awesome, yeah, and I agree. I think it's one of the best places in the world to be.
Yes.
And just having had the privilege, the blessing, the honor of serving for 32. I like to say 32 and a half.
Yeah, I'll get to half.
Give me my half.
Give me your half.
But seeing the doctors, not necessarily PhDs, but we have certainly that number of those.
Absolutely.
But the MDs, those who have gone in the medical field, dentistry, and again lawyers and teachers, profound. What HT has produced.
That's right.
Already, those who are already in the workforce, and the contributions that they have already made.
Absolutely.
To understand that can continue.
Yes.
I always say it's amazing, right?
It is.
We are not one of the, I say we, HT is not.
We. It's a we for you. It's a we for you.
We're not one of the well-known HBCUs, right?
We weren't.
Yeah.
Now you get $150 million. A lot of people you get some cousins,
right?
You get some cousins that you didn't know about. Now when you became a cousin and an uncle, we got all kind of uncles now, right?
I got you. But yes, it's I think a testament. Of the work that has been done, and when you look at some of the quote unquote more significant institutions who have struggled. Somewhere, some folk at HT, however you look at it, they were doing something that was right.
That's right.
Because they're still standing.
Still.
And they haven't had the kinds of struggles
That's right.
that some of the larger ones have had.
That's so true.
And so, for the many, we may not have always been perfect. But we're standing strong. And this gift is a testament.
It is.
That not only is we standing strong, we's about to stand even stronger, right?
Fortified. It was fortified,
Okay. You mentioned, so I'm going to get back, but we're going to put some stuff together.
Okay.
Coming to the end of the sesquicentennial. I said it, and I didn't even stumble.
You
right?
did. I mean, we had a lot of practice, Rev. I mean, we started
early, right?
Yeah.
We started that before I retired, right?
We did. You got some rehearsal.
Okay. But coming to the end of the sesquicentennial.
Yeah.
I think on your final gala night.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand it was stellar. And you had a guest. Part of me wants to ask, who was your guest and how you get her here?
Look, the guest was the queen bee. The guest was excellence personified. She is iconic. She is incredible. She is the legendary Diana Ross was the guest.
Now.
Okay.
All right now.
Diana Ross. So as we were thinking about 150 years.
Okay.
And who might embody not only the past and some of those things that we can remember in moments that we would enjoy, but also who embodies the future. Okay. And so I thought not only the fact that she is my two favorite performers, Diana Ross and Beyonce. So Beyonce, if you're listening, come through, right? Like pull up.
This is a word for you.
Pull up, sis. We got any day. If you're available,
all right.
You are welcome. Okay.
All right.
So, outside of Diana Ross and Beyonce, those are my two favorite artists. But I remember watching and similar to HT has been the future before the future was here. Cutting edge, on the cusp. We're embracing AI. We're doing things on, we're moving toward the future as fast as we can. I remember as a little girl watching Diana Ross.
Okay.
And she looked like tomorrow. I mean, Miss Girl would come out there in these fabulous, in a cat suit and standing out there and regalia, just looking incredible. Okay. Her music is timeless, just like our institution is timeless.
Wow.
Her, her beauty. I always say, welcome to the beautiful campus of Huston-Tillotson University. She is absolutely beautiful. The regality that she had, she's just a regal figure. She just was the perfect person to bring the entertainment for the evening.
Okay.
And calling her, to say, listen, Queen Diana Ross. Now, here's the deal. She is 81. I think she's 81, 80 or 81.
She's looking good.
Fabulous. She's looking fabulous. And she never does back-to-back performances, ever. And so there were some tense moments there because she had a show on Thursday night and she had a show on Saturday night.
Wow. And
so we were just in prayer mode, hoping that she would consider doing a back-to-back performance because she doesn't do it. And she's an icon, and she is not at the place where she has to get her name out there, right?
That's right.
She doesn't just have to come do the HT Gala because she needs some notoriety, okay?
How you get her?
Correct. So we're like, hey, can you come? And I think hearing about, where we were, the sesquicentennial, our legendary status, the things that we were doing, she said to our team, I want to be there.
Awesome.
I want to be there.
Awesome.
And she came. And not only did she come and sing her butt off, sing her face off, sing her everything off, she was gracious. She was phenomenal. She was incredible. She put on an amazing show. And I think people are still talking about Diana Ross.
Yeah, I was not able to be there. I do sit on a couple of committees in the city.
Okay.
Was at one. It was, I don't know if it was the close of a board meeting or if it was, we had done an event. Not sure which one, but one of the board members, Don, are you going to see Diana Ross?
Oh, right, it was the Diana Ross show.
It's like, well, I'm not going to make it
double booked,
this one.
Yeah.
And are you planning? Oh, yes, we've already got our tickets.
Yeah, we're there.
Okay.
It was sold out.
And so the number of folks.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it was a diverse audience because this was not a person of color. That I was talking to.
Yeah.
And I think she or her husband, and I don't know, maybe a few other folk in her family.
Yes.
What y'all doing?
Yeah, we're going to see Diana Ross and HT.
Yeah. And certainly.
Yes.
Just hearing that.
Yeah.
Was enough to say, hey, I understood by that time it was sold out.
Sold out.
And that it was sold out to a diverse group of people.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
So a wonderful evening of more money.
More money. People gave and they gave and they had a good, more importantly, they had a good time and they got to be a part of something historic. And that is to bring in, I called it, we're bringing in the new year. And the new year means, we hit the reset button and we start another 150 years, it was our new year.
Okay.
Yeah, it was our New Year's Eve celebration.
Yeah. Well, it was certainly one to behold, and I did see her. That was it. I think she asked me at a board meeting, and we had a night under one sky, which is a major fundraising event.
Oh, yes, okay.
For IACT.
Okay.
And she Don, it was great. Really? Yeah. We could almost reach out and touch it.
Oh,
it
my
was so
gosh.
intimate. I mean, they talked about the intimacy
Yes.
of the event and
Oh, my
all of
gosh.
that, which I think made it more than a concert.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It was an experience.
Absolutely.
And they're two different things.
Yes.
It's two different things.
Absolutely.
And so they had an amazing experience on that night
Experience.
because of the intimacy of the setting, I think.
She wanted that too. She, and we had talked about, with her team, even, we're like, well, we should get a bigger venue. Should we do, maybe take it to some big theater somewhere? She was like, no, I want to do it with your people. These are your people. We're going to do it with the people who want to be there, right? Mm-hmm. We're not trying to, we don't have to be at the Moody Theater, the amphitheater.
Yeah, right.
We can do this, and I want to be amongst the people. And even the way the stage, we pulled it out, and she literally, it was a semicircular stage, so she was everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. And she performed and sang I think it was more than a concert. It was a sing-along because I don't even know. We heard her singing. We were trying to out-sing.
Sing the star.
Right.
Huh?
We were trying to out-sing Diane. I'm saying, I don't know if anybody stopped singing to even listen to her sing, but I just remember standing there just looking like, this is Diana Ross, this is Diana Ross. So,
and that's the experience, right?
Yes.
I guess I will always remember Eartha Kitt.
Oh, beautiful.
It was
so beautiful.
It's Blues Alley. I don't know if you've ever been to Blues Alley.
No, I've heard of it.
Georgetown in D.C. and it was there for a conference. And you know how you go to conferences, there's always a group of folks that you hang out with. We do work. I mean, I did. So for the record, when I went to conferences, I went to the sessions all day long. Okay,
but you gotta have a nightlife.
But
gotta go out to eat.
And one
see the
evening
city.
we went out and we were walking around and we saw that Eartha Kitt was at Blues Alley.
Like, count me in.
Yeah, and it's like, we had a really good friend, Martha. She was always, it was three of us, she was always the one who was going to be anxious and daring and let's do this. Probably I was the skeptical one. Andy said, let's go. And I finally gave in. But it was intimate. It was as she went between the chairs. She touched my shoulder. I didn't wash my shoulder. I didn't wash her shoulder for a week, right?
One shoulder out of the shower.
Yeah. But that intimacy offers an experience.
That's
an
right.
experience that makes the money worth it, no matter how much it is.
That's right.
Because I'm paying for the experience.
Yeah, I mean,
not just someone to sing to me.
Yeah, and then you're with people. Right. That you want to be with, right? You're with people that you want to be with who are celebrating alongside you. So it was spectacular.
All right, awesome, glad. Got kind of jealous for a few minutes, but I say, sometimes you get to be a part of it, sometimes you don't. But so you've had a great year.
Great year.
Yes. And I almost want to say it was the last 4 months.
I mean, confetti is everywhere right now at HT. We got confetti. We're just boom, 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 confetti everywhere.
Okay. So with all of this, because we're talking about 150 million.
Yes.
Right? And then we're talking about, and I don't know any dollar amounts associated, but I do know the folk who were going, and I do have an idea of what they were paying to go, and I do know that they didn't go by themselves. There were spouses and others. So I'm assuming that there were some wonderful blessings from that as well in terms of a fundraiser.
Yes, absolutely.
So with all this money you got coming in, has it? I want to make sure that I get the question that I put together right. Has it altered any of your goals or aspirations for the university?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Because it's different to have goals and aspirations and don't have a dime. I mean, that makes it different. Now it becomes real.
Okay.
Now our goals and aspirations, we can mobilize ourselves. So part of the Moody money is for buildings.
Okay.
And so we can expect new student housing. As you know, like I mentioned earlier, we got students here, students there, students everywhere. We will now be able to move forward with student housing that we
so
desperately
will that be more
need.
housing on campus?
On
because
campus.
Are we
campus.
sort of in a position through the years? I think we had a bit more property in the area, but I think in some of those years they sold some of it. So do we have the space to move out, or what does that look like?
Yes, we've completed our master plan, and the master plan actually calls for us to, we own everything from our campus landmass, what you see, from the campus proper, all the way to the Texas State Cemetery.
Right. So we still own that.
Absolutely.
Going
all
over that
the way. Absolutely.
Okay.
So that the land we have gives us space for an 800 bed student housing complex, along with a 6,000 seat arena that will go into the back of campus.
A new gym.
A new gym, yes.
It's not going to be called, it's going to be an arena now. I got you. I got that. All right.
Yes.
I got
arena.
You.
Yes.
Okay.
So an arena, and then on the front of campus, so if you're coming down, on Bluebonnet Hill, where the chapel is, and in front of if you were to walk down like you're going to Dickie Lawless, in front of that will be the new administration building with classroom space.
That's on the hill side.
On the hill.
Okay.
Right there. We want to drop down, we kind of want to bring the hill down some so that we can have space. We'll put classroom buildings
there.
there.
You'll level that ground.
Somewhat. Yeah, somewhat. Okay. So it'll be sloped, if you will. Still have that slope, but the building will sit into that front part of the campus. And so that will call for, that's a new student union, classroom space, administrative space, all in that front of campus.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the dorms that we have will be repurposed for more classroom space and technology.
And the residence halls? The current residence halls?
The current residence halls.
So no desire to sort of keep those as freshman dorms or?
No, we want students to be able to have that nice new experience, For
all of them.
Yeah. Okay. So that we can ensure that students have a quality living experience. And so we believe with those 800 beds, and then we have 100 beds of workforce housing. So that means grad students can move over there, or seniors that kind of want to have a nicer experience. Teachers, first responders.
So that's something that will be a part of the planning.
Correct. It's already in the plan. We have drawings and visuals and all of that. That is done. We are done. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So that's housing, an arena.
Yeah.
And the arena is going to be more of a sports complex?
Sports complex. So an event facility. So concerts, we're thinking, to be able to support those smaller concerts, maybe not the Beyonce coming to town, but more of a smaller concert arena. Yeah. Okay. Seats like 6,000 is what we could do. Because think about it.
That's a nice size.
Yeah, because think about just for us. Let's not even think for others, but for the university, we go to Shoreline Church for graduation, and that's 5,000 seats.
Okay.
And when you look out,
it's full.
It's wall to wall. So we use 5,000 seats, just us on regular graduation day. And so we are already at capacity off campus.
Okay.
So we really need that space. We desperately need that space. And so, with that arena, we would be able to, it'd be a revenue driver so that people can, rent it out, rent the space, tournaments. I see basketball tournaments, volleyball tournaments, those types of things that, would bring in money to the institution. As well, and the community being able to support it and have space in East Austin that can support affordable events and activities. We can't keep being priced out. Right now, we support so many events in the community because people just can't afford to pay the convention center or this place or that place to have symposiums or conferences in those smaller conferences that, the nonprofit organizations
Right.
that want to do, want to have gatherings and community events. They just can't afford to do many things in Austin because of, the lack of space. Yeah.
And the pricing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pricing. So with that, and certainly it's awesome to know that while looking at building facilities,
Yes.
it's also not building them and having just to sustain them, but it's also looking at how we can generate revenue from those sources.
Absolutely.
But my question would be, because there have been times when we could give away the store, right? So as we look at it as a revenue generator,
Yes.
while we don't want to be on par with those who have outpriced folk from being able to
Be in
engage in community, we're not going to give away the store, though, are we?
No, no, because we are a business. We do have to keep our lights on as well, and I don't think we do it now. We still charge for different rooms
Right.
and facilities on campus. So, and then in addition to, these places being revenue drivers like rental spaces, there's also opportunities for businesses to have their, to move their locations into East Austin. So we will have living on top and retail on the bottom. So imagine barbershops and beauty shops
like
and
another
pizza
domain
parlors,
almost.
like a little domain. Yeah, like a more affordable domain. I've been calling it Safe Sixth. A more holy version of Sixth.
Wow.
A holy Sixth.
Okay.
Yeah, where students can perform in, we have an incredible jazz collective, and
Yes,
imagine
amazing.
a little jazz club where one could go and hear our students play in the evening and just have a night out with, a nice meal and get some live music and experience something that's safe and secure and enjoyable and wholesome in Austin. So I see that as opportunity, as where, Black businesses coming back to East Austin to artists in our community, a place that they can display and to showcase and to be and to create and to, do those things. We even have a call out now for artists to, a competition, if you will, so that they can share in this experience with us to say, hey, I think it'd be really nice if, there's a mural here or some sort of sculpture there, different things. So we have a competition for artists to submit their work to be a part of this master plan.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So the goal then is to utilize the space that is HT right now, but to move across the street Chalmers, where it won't be just a parking lot, but going all the way back to the cemetery, that we might even end up backing up that far,
all the way,
so that we will see a more expansive campus.
Absolutely, all the way. And then of course we have our current campus. We still have space on our current campus. Yeah.
But that's maintaining the space on the current campus, and then expanding out beyond that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Sounds
fun.
Sounds
fun.
Sounds awesome. Sounds like a lot of work.
A lot of work. But we cannot continue to look like what we've been through.
Okay.
And so our students deserve beautiful classrooms and phenomenal places to live and to enjoy. And they shouldn't have to go all the way to the domain to get a hamburger.
And they shouldn't have to go to another campus to live either.
To sleep at night. And so they want the HT experience, and we believe we are the best at doing it.
Okay, great. That's a lot going on.
I know.
Is there a start date and a projected end date?
Okay, do you remember that TV show, Extreme Home Makeover?
Yes.
Where Ty Pennington, he was the star of the show, he would at the end of the show, he'd bring all these people in these blue shirts, and they would come and they'd redo this house. And at the end, they'd have the big bus in front of the house, and people can't see the house.
Right.
At one point at the end, he would say, "Move that bus," and then the bus would move away, and then here's the new house. I need Ty Pennington. Okay, I need him to show up overnight, over the weekend, put these dorms up, get that arena going, and then he could surprise me and just say, "Move that bus." And I cry. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. But we don't have Ty Pennington. So it takes time. And so we believe that, we'll be able to get started with some things, putting some plans in place. Austin is a difficult city to build in because of the permitting and all of that.
And it can take some time.
So it can take some time. And so it's a blessing that time isn't our friend, but money is our friend. So we're in a good position, if you will, that, it's just some challenges with, making sure that the paperwork flows into the right place. But oftentimes when organizations and companies are building, it's the processes and the funding that they have challenges with. So we're in a great position to be able to get started. It would be the processes of getting through the city government that would, move it slower than what we would want. But we are committed to staying the course and making sure that we get through all of the protocols.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's at least maybe.
So next year, I believe that in 2026 we should be able to get started with hopefully getting permits to move things forward and go from there. So we'll have some dates. I'll have to come back on podcast, update you on all that.
Wow.
Okay.
Hey, love getting you back.
Yes.
So.
And of course, having you at the groundbreaking, we got to have you got to come to we got to break some ground.
Hey, when you break your ground, I'll be there.
Yes.
I'll be there.
Yes.
Question for you. What will be your legacy? Ask what will be your legacy. Oftentimes presidents come with particular gifts and graces. And as they are building out a university or as they are doing their tenure there, they operate and move the university according to their personal strengths. So looking at, you're doing a lot with infrastructure, a lot with building. Will that be your legacy?
I don't know what people will say. I don't know what people will say about me. I hope that my legacy will be that, in some way, yes, we're building buildings and we got a huge donation, but I hope my legacy is that, I left the institution filled with Christ, and that I left the institution filled with joy and love, and people are enjoying being in the space. Because you can put up buildings and you can have some phenomenal skyscrapers, and they can be so empty. They can be filled with people and be so empty. So I hope that that in all of this building and newness and innovation, that we don't lose humanity. And so I hope that my legacy will be that, we got some cool buildings and we cut some ribbons and we got a great, the largest donation of any HBCU. But I hope that my legacy will be that people were better because they were around me in some way, that they left with some joy, with some excitement, some enthusiasm, that they left feeling fulfilled, and that they, especially for our students, that they went out into the world as wise, caring leaders, because the environment that I want to create is not just an environment of brand new shiny walls, but of a faithful God that has been, that is always new, like fresh manna from heaven every single day. That I hope that is what is not lost, and I hope that is preserved, and I hope that is my legacy, that people see that we are truly a an institution of faith. Yeah.
Okay. And it sounds like
that is not lost.
Okay. That's the institution of faith, and that's not lost. Okay.
We're a Christian institution. We love the Lord.
We love the Lord.
We love him hard, like real big.
Okay. Thoughts there, but probably come back to that then. I want to just, for a second. So as you look at your legacy, and it sounds like it's more than just putting up buildings.
Yeah.
So and some of that then becomes morale and those kinds of things. Are there set asides for increased for salary increases?
Okay, so not in this Moody donation.
Okay.
However, it will be most people will say an unintended consequence. It will be an intended consequence.
Okay.
Because when you have infrastructure, you're going to build student enrollment, retention. Those are things, scholarship programs that we can be able to say, listen, don't, just concern yourself with going to class.
Right.
We have funding to make sure you can pay, right? We want you to go out into the world, and when someone like our former Mr. HT, Devin Pineda, graduates, his salary compared to somebody that didn't have debt.
Right.
If everybody's making a $50,000, I'm making up a number. If everybody comes out and they're making $50,000 and you got debt, your 50 is now 40 and 30 and 20. I mean, it goes down and down and down. So the goal is to keep these students in school. Okay. Then when they graduate and they get that first job, because we're very intentional about them going into the workforce and getting a high wage, high demand career, boom, then they stay in school. We get more students interested in HT. Okay. The enrollment goes up. More revenue coming in because we're able to scholarship them. We're able to fund them. They don't owe us like a lot of students do now. They're like, oh, I can't pay. I want to be here, but I can't afford it. All of that build, and our endowment builds. Okay. Because when the endowment is built, when it is built up, when it increases, then that's you're living off your savings, right? You don't have to touch your corpus. You then, you draw down money every month and you're living off of the interest. Right. And so that's some of those big Ivy League schools. That's what they're doing. They're living off the interest. They don't even touch their real money. Okay. So then that revenue becomes available so that we can give raises and so that our faculty and staff can live in Austin. They don't have to move way out unless they just want to. But they, but it is my desire, my sincerest desire to pay people. I love money. I love getting it, and I love giving it away. I truly enjoy giving money to people because I see money as a tool. I see money as a tool. I don't regard money in a way that some people do. Right. Yeah.
And it gets us what we need, because I think the quality is, I think it's a matter of the quality of the facility itself, right? That does attract. Okay, it's not there. And if it's a place that I feel comfortable, I feel home.
That's right.
I feel good.
I feel good. Okay. Yeah.
Part of my early learnings as we went to trips. One easy way to get students to buy into, to work with you, is that you show them appreciation. Yeah. The staying in the nice hotels, the having a wonderful, experience.
Experience, yeah.
Not going through, but if it's a wonderful experience,
that's right.
And they feel valued, they're going to give more of themselves as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right? And they're going to tell everybody else. So I hear that as one means by which we will continue to increase funds, and thereby then able to give the raises. Yeah. Because it's as important, and again, I think HT, I think that part of my 32 years, I had to get to the point where it wasn't a group of students that I just needed to help get through.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. Always.
But yeah.
Always.
But you sometimes have that.
Yeah.
But the quality of your faculty and staff matters.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. That's what they're buying. That's what the students are buying. They're not buying the dorm. They're sure not buying our dorm. I mean, they're not buying the, oh yeah, I really want to come because they have the best dorms. They have the best gymnasium. It's the top. No, they're buying the experience.
Buying the experience.
They're buying the
quality education.
The quality education.
Yes.
What people are pouring into them. That's what they're buying. And so that's what I don't want to lose. And so to ensure of that, to ensure that we don't lose it is to ensure that the people that are providing that experience are being taken care of.
Yes.
Because to be a faculty member or a staff member and you stressed and at wit's end, that doesn't make for a great experience for the students that you're serving, yes. Right? So it all works together. It all works together. And so I see the bigger picture. I see it just around the corner. Like I see the breakthrough, I see it happening.
Don't get that breakthrough.
I'm telling you, and I know that, and I believe that the people on campus see, I mean, with $150 million, that's a breakthrough like none other. But I believe that the faculty and the staff, especially the students as well, see where we are going, and it's not just talk. I'm putting the action behind it. We're putting the action behind it.
And certainly, $150 million. I'm with you.
Yeah, go ride with me. Ride with me. Trust me on this one.
I'm gonna take a ride.
Trust me on this.
I'm gonna ride with you for a bit.
Yeah.
I think maybe you've already answered this question. But I want to ask it anyway.
Okay.
Last time you were here, and I'm going to use a word that probably you didn't hear, and I probably should have went back and looked at the video for today, but I did, and I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay. You have to always do your homework.
And there was
no homework.
There was a statement that you wanted HT to be unapologetically black.
Yeah.
Right? It's an HBCU. It's a black institution.
We're HB.
No apologies for that. You wanted that to be.
Absolutely.
Part of mine does that include academics as well? Where I'm going is we are an HBCU. We do have African American history classes and some classes that are ethnic oriented.
Absolutely.
Right? I believe that when those classes are taught by persons of color, that it does something for that black student, right? And someone who is black, there's a connection because I'm also telling you about your history, and some of it because I've experienced it.
Sure.
Right? And it's not going to be done in the same way, and not saying they could not teach the class that a person of a lighter hue, white folk, would do it, right? Because there are sometimes, this is qualified, there are sometimes some inherent biases that we are not always conscious of, right? But I'm going to protect, quote unquote, my turf. So that when you have those who are not of the same experience or background, the impact is not as great. I think I asked how can we prepare? I think in those kinds of classes, when they see themselves teaching about themselves, right? That we need diverse faculty. We need diverse faculty.
Absolutely.
But are there not some courses that need? We unapologetically black here, and we need some black folks in some of these classes. And anything other than black won't do. So when you talk about being unapologetically black, my mind first went to Greek life, right? If you go to black college, Greek life is just a whole nother world, and it's amazing, and it's wonderful, and it's fun, and it's just off the chain, right? But does that also include the classroom
Yeah.
and being able to have the kind of salaries where you can hire those faculty,
Yeah.
black faculty,
Yeah.
who can give that experience to our kids consistently?
Yeah, here's the cool part. So you're talking to somebody that graduated. I got 3 degrees from 2 HBCUs. Okay, so I have been. My dad worked at retired from 40 years working at an HBCU. He beat you by a couple of years.
Wow,
okay?
wow.
Yeah, I know.
I ain't going back though.
Right,
so
no.
congratulations.
Yeah, right. But I'm telling you, so here's the cool thing about our institutions is that it doesn't matter what is legislated or not legislated. They're gonna bump into Rev Brewington. They're gonna bump into Stinson. They're gonna bump into a Dr. They're gonna bump into the culture of the campus is not just what happens in the classroom. And so yes, it's important, but our students are teaching Black history. I mean, I'm thinking about one student in particular, Mason, who he is a student, but he also does the Black history tours for the city. I think he does it. I think it's the city of Austin or the tourist bureau or something. He gives the tours for the tourists that come to the town, that come to Austin, and he is on a Saturday taking people around East Austin, showing people about the history, the Black history of East Austin, and taking them here and taking them there and saying this was and this is where, and you can see here. Where do you get that? I mean, that's what our schools do. So it's not, yes, it's in the classroom and absolutely, diverse faculty and Black faculty. I'm for all of that. But it's just everywhere. It should be everywhere. It should be in every experience. It should be in our religious life services. And what does that look like? And it should be in student life and our events. And it spills over. It should spill over outside of the classroom and not just be regulated to a 50-minute Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. And so the thrilling part about what happens at our institutions is that you're going to bump into the Black faculty member that teaches it Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 50 minutes, but you're also going to run into a student like Mason who is living it. And in our clubs and organizations like our NAACP and our student leadership and even the fraternities and sororities that are doing programming around culture and connectivity. So it just happens everywhere you turn, where you become a part of the talented 10th in this experience, not just by your class schedule and what's being mandated or not mandated or what you have to take to get your degree in biology, but it is just woven into the fabric of our institution.
So that it's a total experience.
Yeah. That's what the culture needs. It's not, did you get a grade? Did you get an A? Did you pass? It's how do you live? It's how do you appreciate? It's how do you teach your kids how to appreciate? What will you do as, you're in college now, but how are you going to appreciate and approach being a father or being a mom? When you're an adult, when you go out into the world, are you going to say when we go on vacation, hey, let's go see what the culture is in this community? We might take our kids to Six Flags, but let's go see, the history museum. How do we teach it so that it spills over and it doesn't get lost? Because it'll get lost in 8 to 5. I mean, in a 50-minute Monday, Wednesday, Friday class.
And that should be what student life is about, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's about the fun stuff.
That's right.
But there ought to be some collaborative.
That's it.
Because what ought to be happening is that some of those activities ought to be undergirding.
They're just
what's going on in the classroom,
It should be a gumbo. Yeah. It should be a gumbo of culture.
Because if they're not undergirding each other, then then there's a gap somewhere.
Absolutely.
There's a gap somewhere.
Absolutely.
And
So
how do you fill in the gap so that can happen in every instance?
Right.
But there ought to be some programming where they blend, they're supportive, and you can see the supportiveness both inside and outside the classroom, which is awesome, right? Because then, like I say, that the best learning tool is repetition.
Absolutely.
So that means we're getting it in the classroom, we're getting it out of the classroom. Somewhere's got to stick.
That's right. And so even for us, our honors college is named W.E.B. Du Bois. I mean, that's our. And this year, coming up in the spring semester, we will have W.E.B. Du Bois's great grandson coming to campus to speak. I don't know how many greats. I don't know if it's great, one great, or great, or great.
But it's a relative of W.E.B. Du Bois.
Absolutely. Coming to campus. So that didn't happen in the 50-minute African American history class. That is because student programming said we need to have this, and this is what we want. And even in the people that come and speak to our students, and our programming and our convocations and all of those things is culture personified. It's culture personified. So that's what I like to see. Just more, if you will, more, even more.
I like the more.
I know, right?
I like that.
I like exceedingly abundantly.
Yeah. Wow. Already established that there is a plan in effect, right? The strategic plan is that allows us to plan out at least for 10 years.
10 years.
And almost is required.
Yeah.
That happens on a university campus in higher education, right? So with all of that and understanding that things have been planned out for the next 10 years, right? And they're good.
They're good.
They're so good that you shared your plan with somebody and said, I got something for you,
I got
right?
something for I got a blessing.
Hey, abundantly,
with
right?
my name on it.
So you have the projections far out. What's your projection for 2026?
2026, oh my gosh. So we'll start the spring semester, with bringing students back in one piece. We project that, our retention rates will be up, but then we are moving into fall 2026. And the goal is to get students from the state of Texas to go to college. I know it sounds simple. Come to college. We don't want to let up on the college going rate. Right now, college going for African Americans, it teeter-totters. One day it's up, one day it's down, And then we are approaching what people have talked about an enrollment cliff, where, we can have a lot of babies at some point in time. And so now we're seeing the effects of that. And some of those people aren't choosing, and even the ones that are eligible aren't choosing college because they're going straight into the workforce or they don't see the value. So our goal for 2026 is to make college cool again, and to keep our numbers up and to ensure that we're out there, Central Texas, especially California. We will be partnering with a church in California to offer coursework in San Diego.
And that's with the goal of establishing an extension.
Yeah, that's extension campus. To see the lack of opportunity in California for our people, it is something somebody's got to do. Somebody's got to step up, and I hope other HBCUs join us. Come, join us. This shouldn't be. We can't do it all. You know how big California is, almost as big as Texas. So we need more HBCUs to step up and join the conversation around expansion, because many students are place bound. And so providing that opportunity to those students in California and the West Coast region makes it more accessible. We can't. We're so fortunate to be in a state, Texas, you got 7 HBCUs and 8 with a community college, St. Philip's. 7 HBCUs, I mean, you have options and choices. You want a small private liberal arts, You got Paul Quinn and Wiley University and Jarvis and Texas College and HT, which is the best one. And you got Prairie View and you got Texas.
I like how you did
right,
that.
And you got some more. And St. Philip's. I mean, you have options. It's, that is beautiful. Louisiana, North Carolina, and DC. You have all of we take it for granted that a student can just decide to, choose an HBCU and not think about having to go thousands of miles. I mean, you're almost an international student coming from California to Texas or to Louisiana or Florida to our, to an HBCU. That's a long way away from home. Okay. And it's a big commitment. So I think, for us in 2026, that's part of the plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So much. That's Extension Campus. That's awesome. And all the way in California.
I know. California. Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. So some great things in store. Some great plans. Yeah. Okay. So 2026. Well, you got your tennis shoes on, so
roller skates.
So you already so you have to get out of the tennis shoes and put on some roller skates so you can move just a little bit faster.
Got the rollerblade.
All right, sister, you put them on because it sounds like you're gonna be busy.
Yes.
Sounds like you're gonna be busy.
Thank God for it.
It's Christmas. Any special words? It's Christmas. Thank you for being here. You are our Christmas show.
I love it.
It's Christmas. Any special words? Any student who may watch, and surprisingly, we have a few students who watch. Any student watching, any faculty or staff might be watching. What would you say to them in this, I like to say Christ season, in this Christmas time?
Well, I don't take for granted that that somebody may not be saved. And so I hope that people are around people where they decide to choose salvation. God has given us a gift that we didn't have to pay for. So I hope that somebody decides that to come to Christ and to come to this phenomenal body of Christ and to be saved and filled with the Holy Spirit because it is a beautiful world. Yes. And it's a blessed experience. So I hope that, people would, I don't take that for granted. I don't take it for granted. You see people looking good and smelling good and there's got it going on, but what's going on inside? So I hope that. And I also hope that if students and faculty and students and others are watching that people would just take time to pause, right? I mean, it has gone so fast. And people are watching the news and being pulled in one direction and yanked in the other. And I hope that we will not worry about what's going on, who's in office, because we know who's in heaven.
Okay.
And I think if we can focus on that, people ask me, what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? And, this law and that law, I'm saying I am from above. I'm from above. And so I believe Psalms 91, that he has surrounded us with a shield of favor, and 10,000 may fall over here, but none near us. And so I hope that people will begin to sit back and reflect on what God says for our world and not what we are looking at or what we think we're seeing, because we can speak to those things that we want to have done in our world, and we can change, so we don't have to there's a lot of worry and panic. And, I think about, I don't think it was a few months ago when people who were food insecure were concerned about having a meal. Yeah. We're concerned about having a meal, and people who have, who rely on, support and benevolence, had to live with anxiety and fear of not being able to, put food on the table.
Right.
And so I hope that we approach this season knowing that God is abundant. That God is abundant, and if we live in that space, that every time you reach for it, it'll be there, Every time if you ask, he said, up to now you have not asked anything. And so he says, ask so that your joy may be full. So I want to leave people with the word to just open your mouth and speak to your situation. Open your mouth and say what you want. Be bold. God is not a God of lack.
Okay.
You don't have to say, Lord, if you can just get me through this month. If you can just, he can get you through this month. He can give you $150 million.
Wow.
He can give you whatever you say. So I hope that people will just stop and pause and think about what God says is true, and not be so concerned and panicked and fearful about what anybody else says is happening or might be happening in the world. So I don't know. Maybe that's helpful to somebody.
Okay. 3 questions for you.
Sure.
Okay. First one. We are closing out the year.
Closing it out.
We've just come out of Thanksgiving. And of course, you start gearing up for the Christ season or the Christmas season. So coming out of Thanksgiving and all of that, I would like to believe is a time of reflection as we come through these last few weeks and days. What are you thankful for today? Not last week, not next week. What are you thankful for in this moment?
I am thankful for, I would say I'm thankful for kindness. Being the president of an institution, it's not always a nice job.
Okay.
People aren't always nice to you. I think about many of my colleagues in the higher ed space, and some are having a tough go of it.
Okay.
You got alumni mad at you for something because you lost the homecoming game, or the faculty mad at you because whatever happened and somebody didn't get tenure. I don't know, whatever it is, and students are upset because the parking is too far away from the dorm. I mean, whatever it is, people are, but I am grateful for kindness. Okay. And I don't take that for granted because it's a pastor that once would always say, he said, when people are you have to be grateful when people are nice, because when they're nice, they don't have to be nice to you. All and right. So I said, I'll buy that for $1. Yeah. And I'm thankful that so many people have been kind to me, that they've given me grace. I have not done everything right. I haven't probably made every decision that people agree with, but I am thankful that I'm in an ecosystem that embraces kindness, and people have given me so much grace. And I'm thankful for that. Really, truly, genuinely, honestly thankful.
Awesome. What do you want for Christmas?
Rest. Baby, rest.
I don't want much at all, huh?
Aretha said R-E-S-P-C. I don't even need all them letters. I don't want no respect. Give me some R-E-S-T. You can just stop there.
Stop right there.
R-E-S-T. Period. Some rest.
That's fair, and I'm gonna hope that that's easy.
Put rest under the tree. I'm gonna get on the tree and just rest.
So can you do that?
Yes, I am. Okay. I plan on resting. I'm planning on it.
Okay, awesome.
I'm planning on it.
Awesome. And my last question is, and you may have answered it, but what is your outlook? What are your expectations? And what are your hopes?
My outlook, my expectations,
and your hopes.
And my hopes.
For 2026.
My outlook is that we'll get these things done, things in our plans that they will go as planned, that things will maybe move even faster than we anticipate. That's my outlook, that we, things will be mobilized and God will give me the wisdom to make right decisions and to make sure that we are taken care of in that way. My outlook, my hopes. Mm-hmm. What was the third?
Was your outlook? Expectations?
Expectations. Okay, my expectations are that we would, my expectations are a lot for the students.
Okay.
And I would say the expectations that they embrace a lot of opportunity. We have a lot of opportunities that are before them next year. Internships, some really cool internships. NBA is coming on board, like the National Basketball Association. I mean, a lot of great internships. So my expectations are that our students take advantage of the opportunities that we're putting in place. Sometimes you can do work and put all these plans in place,
but you can't make them.
Then people don't follow through. So my expectation is that people will actually drink the water. You know, bring a hose of water, can't make them drink.
Okay.
Drink the water.
You've got the well, you've pumped the well, you've pulled up the water, you've put it in the trough.
Drink
it.
Drink the water. Okay. Drink the water. And my hopes that we are safe. That we are safe. You know, I don't take that for granted. I'm this week, and maybe I'm not sure when this airs, but this month, you know, Kentucky State had a shooting. We've had an HBCU with a shooting. And so my hope, my prayer, my expectation, I'm gonna say expectation too, is that we remain safe. You know, I just don't take that for granted that, there's a saying in the Maasai tribe, and I open my meetings with this, the saying says, Kasirian and Gara.
Okay.
And you know, it's a saying of the Maasai tribe when they ask, when warriors go out to war and they come home and they say Kasirian and Gara, and what does that mean? How are the children? How are the children? And that's the question we ask, because that's the determining factor of how well a community is doing, is how are the children? And the response shall always be, hopefully, that all of the children are well. And I hope that when we ask the question, or when I'm back, maybe you'll have me back for December 2026 as well, that when you ask me, Kasirian and Gara, that I can respond to you and say, all of the children are well.
Can Syria help me again?
Kasirian
and Gara.
And Gara.
Okay, we're going to have you back, and I'm going to ask you
Kasirian and Gara. And I'm going to, in the name of Jesus, say all of the children are well. Every last, I'm like, Mother, the little old lady that lives in the shoe has so many children. I need to count all my babies.
Keep counting, make sure they're all okay.
All of them are well.
Okay. Awesome. We've done it again, my sister.
We've done it again because of you. Thank you. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for pouring out into the world these conversations that are so important to the viewers and to the people. So thank you for being diligent to what God has put in you to do. Some people, God will put it in you, but they don't put it out. You know, they'll say, I gave you an idea, but it doesn't manifest. So thank you for being diligent.
Well, thank you, and keep me in your prayers. I had a moment, but at this point, we're in it for the long haul.
Oh, you got to run on the CD.
Got to run. So it's been fun. So thank you, and we will see you again.
Can't wait.
We're starting something new. When you came in, you noticed that we had new merch, or not new merch. We had merch because last time we didn't have no merch at all, right?
Merch.
So we have merch, and I want to say thank you. And probably want to do it to many of our guests. One is part of what we've started is we've had cards made up. Simply, what's up with that? So just a card.
It.
And on the back, hopefully you could take it, and our guests can take it, and maybe put it up somewhere.
Absolutely.
And remember us. And it simply says, "Thank you for sharing your time, your gift, and your talent. You are appreciated."
Thank you.
And so that's what's on
it.
the back. But wanted to say thank you with this.
Thank you.
And because you've been so gracious and kind, as we started, the start was great. It took me, because of you and HT, it took me from my it took me from my phone.
Come on.
to a real camera. to a real camera. And so it's also it's the Christ season.
Yes.
It's the Christ season. And this is our Christmas episode.
Okay.
And so part of it is to say thank you, and as well as saying thank you to also
oh my gosh.
say Merry Christmas.
You know, I love prizes and I love gifts, so I can't. Oh my gosh. Can I open this on the
Please
for
do.
the people?
Please
Because everybody want to know what
Please
I got.
do.
I know y'all nosy. Everybody want to know. I ought to turn like this.
Say,
So
go turn it so you can't see it right away.
Right.
Go. Hey.
See for myself first.
Slow.
Oh, yes. I saw this and I was like, well, I hate to steal something out of Melva house. Hate to put something. This is, oh my gosh. I love these.
It's part of our merch. I want you to.
Oh my gosh.
To have that.
This is beautiful. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
I'll let y'all see because y'all so very nosy. Want to see what I got.
Wow. So you share just a little bit. So yeah, wanted that, and I think that there should be a straw that's also in
oh
the
my
bag.
gosh, I love this.
And just wanted to say thank you. And in a season, I guess, when you see so much strife.
Yes.
See folk want to fight on TV.
Want to? You got to have all my stuff.
Please.
All my stuff.
That it's also good not to see folk cussing each other and fighting disagreement.
I know.
But somewhere,
kindness.
I think the kindness, and can we demonstrate some love? And so thank you for being back.
Yes.
Thank you for helping us get kicked off as we were transitioning. It's been a whole year. Do you know it's been a year?
Yes. Okay, now I do, now that you said.
It's been a whole year.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to be able to say thank you. But
you done it.
A whole year.
You done it.
Can I make two now?
Yes.
It's going to get easier.
Because I already have a date. I'm coming back in December.
Yeah. If not earlier. So,
yeah.
But thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing with us as you do. Thank you for sharing with us in the middle of a semester that's been crazy. And that right now it's still crazy because you're in the middle of final exams.
Yes, we're wrapping
up. So students
they're the ones looking crazy.
Some have have left. Some are trying to get up out of here. Some are still crying and trying to talk to a professor.
They probably need you right now. They probably need you're in need right now.
You all have a wonderful chaplain on campus.
He might need some backup as rough as I've seen some of them looking like,
wow. Just a couple more days and then they get to make it out. So, thank you.
Thank you.
And praying for and with you always.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to say for and with you because you know how to pray for yourself. So going to be praying with you as you continue your journey. Yes. And you know what? You got at least 10 years of work cut out for you.
10 years.
I think that's 150 million over a 10-year period. You got some work to do.
Got work to do. Let's do it.
So looking forward to sharing with you again and looking forward to watching HT just become what God has for it to be. I do. I think 32 years I loved it, and it's wonderful when you can work, and it's not so much like work. And 32 and a half years, probably 6 of those years were not the greatest, but they were still good years.
Yeah.
It's wonderful because if it's a place where you're having fun,
yes.
I don't care whatever else happens. You can't take the joy because the joy is not in you. The joy is in what's happening.
Right. So
32 years of pure joy. When I say it was fun, it was fun. Yeah. When it stopped being fun, then it's time to go.
Yeah.
So I hope that as you continue your journey, that you'll have as much fun as I've had.
Okay.
And if you are fortunate, you'll even have just a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna work on it.
So thank you, and thank you for sharing about HT. Thank you for sharing the vision. Yes. And we look forward to seeing what HT will yet be. So thank you, and to our viewers. Thank you for sharing with us. I'm going to say Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas to you!
This is our Christmas episode, so I do want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Pray that on this evening, we thought that it would be nice as we close out this year, that we close it out on a joyful note. Not a product in terms of being a graduate of Huston-Tillotson, but 32 years at one place. And as I said, it was 32 years of joy. So HT is a big part of my heart. And just looking at someone who received 150 million?
150.
$150 million.
Whole million.
What a better way to end out the year than the place where you have spent the last 32 years has been gifted $150 million. And I don't know, I'm gonna believe when she had that concert, she got another few million.
I did.
Okay?
Yeah.
So to be, I think we said we want to move from survival to thriving. HT is on its way to thriving. We say HT is already thriving.
We're thriving.
HT is thriving. So what better way to end out the year? Pray that you have enjoyed the conversation this evening with none other than, I'm going to put Reverend in
You know what?
big parentheses, maybe want to circle it, but we're going to say quietly, Dr. President Melva K. Wallace from Huston-Tillotson University. I hope that you've enjoyed the conversation. Hope that you've enjoyed the sharing. We always know she's delightful to sharing conversation. Hope that you will join us as we move into the new year, 2026, with new episodes. And we will continue to hopefully inspire thought-provoking conversations so that as we continue this journey together, we'll ask questions like, what's up with that? Until 2026, be blessed.